Hello there, you lovely lot. Welcome back to Crafters TV. It's Wednesday evening here in the UK, which means, of course, it is time for Creative Cravings. That one show of the week, we maybe take it back to basics a little bit. If you're a beginner craft, you're going to absolutely love this show. There is definitely something for everyone to learn, though. Loads of great deals coming up throughout the show. Some brilliant, brilliant savings, but also lots of inspiration. No, not of course not courtesy of me. She is back in the building with me. The lovely Corrine is here. How are you, Corrine?
I'm really good, thank you. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we've got so many brilliant things to show you. You know, and like you say, take it back to basics if you want, but we're going to show you how that doesn't have to mean simple. It can still look absolutely stunning. So I'm just getting some samples ready to show you, and then we'll go on to the first one.
Amazing. Don't forget as well that the 4th of July sale is still happening over on the website. Head over there and have a little look at some of the things that are on offer. It's a brilliant promotion. You get 30% off a load of Gemini dyes. We've got some of those deals in this show, but actually at slightly better offers as well. Lots of you tuning in and saying hello already. If you want to get in touch, it's really simple to do so. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are across on YouTube. What can we expect then, Corrine, for the next couple of hours?
Right, we've got word edgeables, we've got outline florals, which are beautiful. We've got, the wreath stamps, they are beautiful. And the price of those is going to blow your mind away. I think we can't just let it go yet. We might just have to put in a sneaky Frosty and Bright demo because people are loving this. It went mad yesterday with Leanne and myself. It's been so busy today. So I said to our producer, I said, I've got one demo left. I'm heading home tonight. I've got one demo left. This is your last chance if you want it. So I think we're going to sneak that one in as well.
One last demo. Right, let's kick things off then. Let's have a look. Got, as I said, brilliant, brilliant deals coming up for you. These being one of them. They are available with a saving individually online, but this is far and away the best way to get the best value here. They are, of course, the everyday word edgeable dies. Love that they cut in and out of your cardstock together, which is brilliant. So this one here is on your special day. You will also receive, congrats, you did it. You've got With All My Love. Then we also have Just For You. Love the butterflies. Love the attention to detail with these as well. Even the butterfly wings here are liftable within that intricate die cut detailing. It's such a well designed set of dies these. The Happy Birthday one is loads of fun. And of course, you can put things behind there as well. So where those words cut out, think about mirror card, matte mirror card behind there, and loads of different textures. Lots of you saying hi already. Jessica's saying hi. LQ is saying hi from San Jose. Jenny is in Ohio, Jenny. Eileen is in from Puerto Rico as well. If you want to get your hands on this, 46.76, 53.82. That saves you over £31 or $35. So one of lots of brilliant deals coming up in the show. And an edgeable these, Corrine, so something that I'm guessing pretty much everyone already knows how to use.
Yep, it's going to go along the edge, it's going to go along at the top. You can use one, you can use two. It's entirely up to you. So what have we got here? So I've got this one here, and we've cut it in. So I can show you on the back. What happens is you cut it, and then, you can see there, look, can you see the gap where it comes out? So we've just put some acetate on this one to reinforce it. But then it makes the most beautiful stepper card. Isn't that so, so pretty? We've then got this zigzag card, which again is really lovely. A gorgeous way to do that. We've got a different stepper card, same sentiment, but twice. All my love, you. There. Very definitely like that. Then I love this one because it's the same one, but we've changed the colour. Now, this is a good tip. If you do want to, you can always reinforce the bit where it's been cut out to add in. That one, we've got it hollow, and then as Joe was saying, if you want to, you can put cardstock behind. So on here, we've put the red behind there, which I think is really pretty. And then this one's a completely different sort of shape, still that stepper, but we've elongated it across there, made it more sort of landscape shape, which I think, again, is really, really pretty. So I'm going to show you how we do these. So let's have a go. Let me get rid of these. Oh, I had one more there. We can put these away and then I can show you. So we're going to use the Just For You, and I'm going to make a stepper card. So this is the one we've got. So what you've got here is you've got your die. Now it has a cutting blade all the way around the outside. So wherever there's a cutting blade, it'll cut out. Wherever there's not a cutting blade, it cuts into the cardstock. So just in case we've got anybody new with us today, this is how it works. So if you look at these pieces here, these have all got solid lines, so they're going to cut out. These bits here are going to emboss if you run it through on an embossing mat, which we're not going to do on this one. I might do it on the next one. And then these ones are going to partially cut out, because look, you can see there's little breaks in the blade. So there's a complete mix of cut in, cut out, and, you know, and partially cut out. So I have got a piece of purple card, lovely card. So it's the same as what we were using for the craft along earlier, but just in the sort of lavender colour. And I'm going to cut this twice. So the first one I'm going to cut in just there. And we've just cut it so it's big enough to go along the top. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut into the cardstock at the bottom and out of the cardstock at the top. So let's put that through. Now these will go through your Gemini Junior, so they'll also go through your MIDI, because we've got a good deal on the MIDI too. That's not a problem. You know, have a look and see which ones. So they're going to go through lots. Always remember, it's the card you're cutting into that dictates the size of the plates rather than the die, because you can have the smallest die, but if you need it cutting in the middle of a piece of A5, then you've got to have an A5 cutting machine. So yeah, it always works like that. So then we can peel this off. I'm just peeling very carefully.
It's amazing how well they're cut, considering the amount of detail that's in there.
I know, it really is. So let me take that tape off. That's going there. I'm just going to tease this out, because I don't want it to rip. So let me see, where are we? That's going to come. I'm just teasing it out. There we go. It's cut really well, and this is without embossing. So let me see. It always pays just to do it gently. Don't just rip it off. It's not, as we were saying yesterday, it's not a plaster or a band-aid.
Right.
We're just doing it nice and gently to make sure we've got it all out. So there we go. So that's
just sort of general die cutting as well, Corrine. Is there a rule of thumb of what sort of GSM you should and shouldn't use in a die?
An intricate die like this is going to start to struggle once you get to about 250.
Okay.
Now, what we've got is we've got a line across there, but I'm not going to cut it to there. I'm just going to cut this piece off to get rid of that. Can you see? So we've now, if I put that down, you can see. Can you see that's cut that into there? I just need to clean my die up. I got told yesterday by Leanne that you don't tap it on the table, but I'd already tapped it on the table about 4 times, so oops. Right, let me just clean these out. That's the only thing, because these cut so well, is they can cling on to the little bits sometimes. So even if you give them a tap, sometimes they will cling on. But I can just quickly clean that out. Now, you do need to make sure all the bits are out. If you don't clean your die out and you try to cut again, if you think it through logically, your die is not going to be able to do its job, because that gap where it needs to cut into the cardstock is going to be full of card already. So it's just, you know, you're not going to get the cut that you want. So your die just cannot physically cut into your card if the cutting area is full of the waste from your last project. Oh, one more down there, and then I can see one there, and then we're done. Last one, there we are. Right, so now I've done that, what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to line it up again. And I just want to make sure that I'm level across here, just on there. There we go. And I'm going to take the same piece of tape. And again, I'm always taping where I can on the waist. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cutting plate, because although I haven't embossed this, I love the rounded effect you get when you die cut. That's what is so special to me for die cutting. So I'm having this piece, if you notice there's my plate's end, this is out of the plates. I mean, I've got all this spare plate up here, but I'm just doing it so that I can see my die is still, ooh, I missed out a plate there. It's underneath my plate, so it's going to cut, but the piece that's already cut, I'm leaving out. And that just means it doesn't flatten, because sometimes if you put it back in the plate, the pressure, especially in the Gemini, which is so strong, it'll flatten that rounded edge. And I love, for me, that's one of the things I love about die cutting, is the effect you get from die cutting. So I don't want to take that away.
Absolutely.
So if we then take this one, then we can peel it from here again. I'm going to just give it a little tap, because sometimes that might help. No, we're just going to have to tease these. It's just these butterflies, because they're so delicate. Let's just come under, there we are, Just give it a little lift. Just pokey tool. Your pokey tool is your best friend for things like this. Just give it a little, come on, under there. Don't break on me at the last minute. There, I've got it, there we are, right. Look at this, look at that, I've not poked anything out of here.
That's amazing.
So I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to put that, and then what I'm going to do is just move that piece out of the way. Oops, just caught on one of the filigrees, there we are. Bring my scissors in, again, small scissors, big scissors, whichever works for you, but I'm going to do it with my big scissors because I can then take that across. I can line it up and make sure I've got that straight line. There we go, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And as Joe said, these butterflies, look, the wings.
Which is amazing considering how
it?
detailed they are.
Oh, I mean, what goes through, you know, when it's designed, the designer's mind working through lift, leave in, you know what I mean? It just blows your mind, the detail that they're thinking through. Look at that, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So what I've got is, I'll show you here, I've got a piece of A4, and what we've done is I've cut a strip off that is 2 inches wide, so I've just been left with sort of 6 inches left on here. So we've got this piece here, and what we've done is we've folded the card in half, so we've folded it all before, and then we've folded the front across like that, so we've just sort of done a fold back card before we've cut the top 2 inches off. Now this top 2 inches, if I fold this one over, there we go, this will now fit perfectly behind here, and then you can see we're filling in, so that bit that's cut out, we've now got the colour behind. So let's put this on here, and I'm going to use my dotty tape pen for this because it's going to go straight over those gaps. So if anybody isn't acquainted with the dotty tape pen, it's really clever. I don't know how close you can see. If you can look at this, what you'll see is that tape isn't solid. What you've got is you've got dots. And what happens is they don't, where there's no cards, they don't stick. So you've not got any threads over the gap. Now, if you've done any tape pen, if I went in with my solid tape pen and I went over the gaps, what I'd have is I'd have the threads. I can see there straight away I've got threads, and I don't want that. So my dotty tape pen is going to be my best friend doing this. And we can pop that across here. We're doing it onto white, so if we do get any threads, they're going to really, really be visible. So let's just make sure we've cut all the covered all the bits. And then I'm just going to take this, I'm going to pop it where I've scored, just down, there. If you want to do it with a wet glue to give you that little bit more wiggle time, then go for it. It's entirely up to you. So let's just see, that still folds there, and that still folds back. So what we've got is we've got the same fold as on here. So when I turn it over, that will now
That's awesome.
attach to there with a double piece. So we can put this together nice and quickly. So I have got paper from the Vintage Butterflies, because it had to be, because it's got the butterflies in it. So this is absolutely perfect. But imagine getting this paper from the Frosty and Bride and making a sort of personalised Christmas card with the Just For You on it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that look absolutely beautiful?
Yeah, and I think the great thing is that they're not really sort of they are occasion specific, but they will lend themselves to so many different collections you already own, won't they? Whether they are more wintry collections, summery collections, I think they're something you'll go back to in your stash time and time again.
Exactly. And again, I'm using my Collal All Purpose, because this is your solvent-based glue. So what it's going to do is it's going to add that extra strength and rigidity to my card. So the back of my card, all right, it's 220 GSM. By the time I've added this on and that glue, it's so much stronger. So we've just gone up in quarter inch increments, just to give us a nice border all the way around. And look at that. So that is the front of my card. This card is just about to be finished. So I'm going to take my sentiment and I'm going to fold this over. So you'll notice that's the same fold, but we've flipped it. So all I need to do with this closed, I'm going to then, I'm going to put my solid tape pen across here. And this is super strong. I was talking to Leanne, and I think she said, I think the number she said was about 20 odd glues got rejected before she found the one that worked. So keeping the card folded and the tab folded, all we're going to do, because I put some dots and I'm going to come up a little bit, and I'm going to pop it on there. And then I know it's straight, it's flat, and I know my adhesive is in the right place. So then we can open that out like that, and then all I need to do is come in like this, and then I've got a couple of little gems just to put. I've got 4 butterflies, so I've got 4 of the big gems just here.
What a super quick but super effective card that is.
Do you know, how quick was that?
Yeah, really, really
We're going to
quick.
really try and get through our 6 cards if we can today. See how far we go. We're going to really have a go. But just to show you how cards don't have to be complicated if you don't want them to be. You know, they can be just as effective without them being over complicated. So last gem there, turn that round, and how about that? There we go, just for you, a beautiful, beautiful Z-fold card. I think that's
Really
lovely.
gorgeous. And you know, the thing is, we've done so many masterclasses on edgeables, haven't we? You know, and there are, gosh, I wouldn't even like to say how many different card concepts you can create with an edgeable. But these are an edgeable, so it means that all of those, you know, ways in which you've used your edgeables before, which you're familiar with, absolutely you can use them with these. You've just got that added intricate detail, which is really going to elevate your projects. Let me just quickly recap for you exactly what you've got included. This one here is on your special day. That is the first one. We then have congrats, you did it. That one says there. But this one here is with all my love. You've also got just for you, happy birthday, and also special friends. So some real versatile sentiments in there, and then the classics like your birthdays in that you're going to know you're going to get so much use out of. The brilliant thing about this is everyone saves £31 or $35, which makes that price excellent. But then, of course, you can use your Club Inspired discount too, so it means Platinum members are going to get these for, what, under £38, just over $43, which is brilliant value. Lots of you chatting away still in the comments. Jenny says, welcome back, Joe. Thank you. Nancy saying hi from Cape Coral in Florida. Oh, that sounds nice, doesn't it? I don't know, but
What's there, but
I don't know where it is.
good.
I want to go snorkeling there. That's what I've decided. That's what it makes me think of. Who else we got here? Panda Crafts is saying hi from Doncaster. Not quite so exotic, but still a nice place nonetheless. Lynn says hi, Joyce, Joe, Corrine, CTV team, the wonderful social media superstars. 4 Holidays is also in Florida. Florida's like the place to be today, it seems. Lynn says, Joe, I've missed you. Did you have a fabulous time at Glastonbury? I had the best time at Glastonbury. Yes, it was absolutely amazing. I got to see actual Paul McCartney.
Did you?
In the flesh, and I reckon he was probably not much further than like from me to you away.
Wow.
Yeah, there was like 150,000 people watching, and I was right at the very front.
Wow, how amazing.
It was excellent, absolutely excellent. Christine says, hip hip hooray, Joe's back. Thanks, Christine. Felicia saying hi from Ohio, Felicia. Should I says, well, hello, Prince Joe, you back from your roundabout. Welcome. Mary Beth's in Minnesota. Who else? We've got Eve's in from Kansas, Barbara in Buffalo as well. Deborah says, hi, Joe, welcome back. 3 weeks is a long time to go without our Joe. You look so handsome as always. Missed you. Thank you, Deborah. It's a pleasure to be back. Barbara says welcome back as well. Mary loves that card, Mary Pat loves that card, sorry, as does Mary Rhino too. That's not all we've got for you, because we've got absolutely shed loads. More great deals than you can shake a poker tool at in this Creative Craving show. Let me take you to these, because another brilliant deal we're talking about here. These are, what, 40% off here? $22.98, $28.99, and they're really great because they're disconnected. It means you can really play around with the composition on these ones. You've got the dainty dragonflies. I'm not sure if you know, but dragonflies signify new beginnings. Sorry,
They do?
Did you know that? Charlotte knew that. This one here, Charlotte's in the gallery today. Jamie's also in the gallery as well. Magnificent butterflies is what you're looking at here. You've then got your pretty posy. I love that one. That might be my fave in this particular collection. This one here is Fabulous Florals. Then we've got Blooming Botanicals. And you've also got Simple Sprigs there as well. Karen Carter says, is this a new presenter? I don't recognise this man. I think she's being silly. If you want to go for these, brilliant deals. Again, almost a half price deal on these. Actually, well under half price if you're using your Club Inspired. So it's a 45% saving for everyone. Marion says hi from Tampa, Florida, and Linda saying hi from Maryland as well. These are brilliant. I'd imagine these are the ones in your stash that, you know, when you're just creating a project, Corrine, you don't know what it needs, but it just needs a little something.
Yes.
These are going to be that, I'm thinking.
They certainly are. Let me find, I've lost where they are. I've lost all my dice. Yeah, they're absolutely brilliant. So we've got so many different ways to use them. You can cut them into your card. You can create beautiful drop shadows with them. You can build up your own, oh, there we go, let me see, floral arrangements with them. There are so many different ways. Now you can put bits behind, and I love this, inky backgrounds behind. Talking to Leanne, and she was saying they were just designed to go over your backgrounds if you didn't want to do any more than that. Oh, I like that one. Isn't that one lovely?
Gorgeous.
That's nice. But then again, you see, I just keep looking, how does that one go? Because that's got to stand up there, but my sending love's upside down. So I'm not sure what's happened there. But there you go, put it on the acetate. You know, you can create back. Oh, look at that one, creating a stained glass effect.
That's gorgeous.
That's beautiful. Or, keep going, look at that. And then we've also got, look at that shaker with them behind there.
I think the great thing is, because of size, they're going to lend themselves to any sort of style or concept of card, aren't they? You're just going to be able to add it to anything.
All the techniques that we've taught you, you're going to be able to do. Now, we're going to do something a bit like this, but different. So look at that. So that almost looks like just like an embossed background. Isn't that effective? We're going to do something very similar to that. So I'll get into that now. So what I need to use is, I'm going to use my Pretty Posy. I've got that there. I'm also then going to use my Simple Sprigs, and I also need my Magnificent Butterflies. So the first thing I need to do is to cut out some of my Simple Sprigs and my Pretty Posies. So I'm going to take my sprigs and I'm going to cut out one there and one there. There should be, should there be another? Yes, it's there. I thought I was missing one. It's come off the plastic. It's in the packet. One there. And then I want my beautiful posy as well. So this is just regular white, everyday, you know, your multi-purpose card. That's the word. That wasn't a difficult word, and it completely went out of my head then. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on some of these just to hold them down, just like that. There we go. So like I say, nothing more impressive than just your multi-purpose card. The tape lifted. There we go. Put that back there. And then we can run that through. Obviously that could have gone through on a much smaller plate, but I had those plates ready. So we can take those, just move those out of the way. Now what I'm going to do is I needed to cut quite a few of the lovely sprigs. So I've already cut quite a few out just there.
Joe is, sorry, Marie is saying hello everyone. It's Christmas in July. It is Christmas in July. It's a bit warm for Christmas, isn't it?
Yes.
But it is Christmas in July. Pound says just joining in. Joe, missed you. Welcome back. Hope you had a great holiday. Hi, Corrine. Your hair's been gorgeous the past couple of days.
Thank you. Yeah, it might look back like it was before soon. So
sorry?
It'll look like it did before very soon.
What did it look like before?
Shorter.
Ah,
yeah.
Are you getting cut?
No, I'll just take it out when I go at home.
I thought it looked different today. I thought when you walked in, just before the show, you walked across the studio, I thought, gosh, Corrine's hair looks really different. I don't know what it is. That is funny. Judy B says, hello, welcome back, Joe. Did you have anything exceptionally good to eat whilst on vacation? I did, all of the things. Lots of very smelly cheese when I was in France, which was wonderful. Lots of pies at Glastonbury, and lots of tapas and sangria when I was in Spain. It was utterly delicious. And now I've got that post-holiday bloat going on though, Corrine. You know when you're like, I really must get back to it. Yeah. I thought the diet would start on Monday and it's now, what, Wednesday? And it's definitely not happening this week, it turns out.
Right, so look at these, how these are cut out. I love how the bits stay in and you could use those, but these are going to be gorgeous elements. Imagine these just cut out of black and then stuck on top of a bright coloured inky background.
Nice.
And if you're not into making your inky backgrounds, look at our paper pads. There are so many paper pads with amazing sort of inky effect backgrounds. You know, you'll be able to find one there. So yeah, so you can take those through there. So I've got those. Let me just poke those bits out so that you can see. Now I just had to cut a piece of card because I put 2 pieces of card in my demo pack. One to cut out of and one that was going to be the card base. And guess which one I cut out of? I cut out of the card base instead of the space. Yeah. So I've just cut it again. We can work with this. It's not a problem. Doesn't faze us. So there we are. So there we are. So look at that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? So, so pretty. Let's just get rid of that little pesky one. Get rid of, there we go. Come on, out of there. There we are. So isn't that lovely? I love that. I love the abstract shape of that. And then also we've got our lovely little floral sprigs. Now, what I wanted to show you with this is we've got the MIDI die machine on the show, and I should have got that out. I think mine's over by you somewhere, so I didn't actually have it. But what I wanted to show you is, even if this is your first foray into die cutting, you can still make amazing effects. So maybe you've not got lots of embossing folders. Maybe, you know, you're still building up your crafty stash and everything like that. So how do you sort of get lots of different effects? Maybe you've not got, you know, you've not got a big die cutting machine. You, like I say, not got embossing folders, but you still want those effects. So I've cut out small dies here, and what I'm going to do is then, let's do that, there we go. So move those ones out of the way. Let me just get rid of all these little bits on here so we can actually see. I'm going to get a piece of black card so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put this on here, and then I've got all of these little pieces here. So I'm going to take my tape runner, or you can do it with the wet glue. It's entirely up to you. And I'm going to pop it, turn it back over because it just flips itself. There we are. And I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to take this, which is going to be my card front, and then I'm just going to stick these on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have them at places running off the card. So I want them to really do it. And I'm doing white on white. So what it looks like is it looks like I've got a really fancy embossing folder. Try and do them in different angles. I've got a really fancy embossing folder. Looks like I've got all the gear, you know, lots of embossing folders, a big die cutting machine that my embossing folder would fit through. But I haven't. What I've got is I've got small dies, and I can cut lots of them out. Let's come off the page a little bit here. There we go. Let's lift that one up. There we go. And I can
this white on white is so effective, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? And you can just keep I know random is hard. It's probably the hardest thing to do because we naturally look for patterns. I mean, whether that's getting your lottery ticket numbers or making your craft projects. You know, we all try to follow a pattern, don't we? It's really hard. So let's come down here. But it also works coming off the page. And then what you do is when you've finished, you just trim these bits off. And the more you can come over the edge like that, the more realistic it will look. So what you've done is when you've finished that, you've got that effect.
That's
now,
really
can you see?
cool.
That just looks like I've embossed that, doesn't it? So just started like that, and then just kept adding little pieces on.
I guess maybe another thing that might be nice to do with these, use a bit, you know, repositional adhesive, put these down casting, spritz over them, and then, you know, use them like a mask, sort of lift them off and have that lovely
that would look lovely,
area.
wouldn't it? So this can go onto my card base. So here is my card base. We are going to do a side opening card, which you know I don't do very often. And on the show, we've got the Nitwits cardstock, haven't we?
We have
indeed. Two. We've got the Homebody and
the Kindly Thoughts.
Kindly Thoughts. So this one is, I think, if I remember my Nitwits, this is Kindly Homebody.
Right.
Homebody, I believe.
I'll share that with you in a few minutes.
Thank you. So I'm going to pop that one on first, and then I'm going to pop this faux embossed background on. We can do that, and I've got that. Now you'll notice there's a little bit of a corridor on there where I've not put many, and that was quite deliberate because I was trying to save time. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of cardstock and I've just done some inky splats on it. So I can pop that on here. It's all about creating the effect of texture. And that's going to go on another piece of cardstock. And then I might just put a couple of foam pads on there. I was going to do it flat, but I think now I've changed my mind. I'm going to do it raised. Always do. As we were saying yesterday, very rarely does our finished project come out how we started to think it would. And that now, I'm going to go straight over that little gap there. And doesn't that look effective? So it looks like we've embossed. We've added embossed texture, we've added splat texture, so that's going to be my card base, okay?
Beautiful. So
what I need now is I've got a piece of watercolour card, and I'm just going to come in with some inks, and I'm just going to apply my inks randomly on here. Now there's going to be no rhyme nor reason, and I'm not going to particularly blend them together because it works even better if you don't. So I've got, that was honey pot, pink tulip, and there might be something a bit darker on the dauber, so we'll see what colour it comes out. And then we can come down here. Let's then go down there. And then we've got my oasis, so we can fill up a few little gaps with that. You see, just not trying particularly to blend too much. Let's just come around here, just try and make sure there's no gaps. Come around here, just bring that in, and then come around here just to fill in some of those gaps just there. Just make sure the colours definitely merge one into the other. What colour's missing? I'll put some yellow up at that corner so I can use it all. There we go. So yeah, we're just going to add in those colours. Let's put a little bit of pink in case I need to use that corner. I don't know if I will, but I just like to add in all the colours. Let's just bring that blue out a little bit. There we go. Really, that is as complicated as it needs to be. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bit that's left at the bottom, I'm going to do with my greens. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to do it with one dauber. I'm going to start off with my palest green, and I'm just going to do a couple of little bits down here. Then I'm going to come in with grasshopper, going a little bit darker. Please don't overthink this. Can you see it's? We were saying.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think I've seen you do something like this before.
Haven't you?
No. I don't know where we're going.
You don't know where we're going?
I'm enjoying the journey, but I don't know what the destination is.
Ah, you'll see in a minute. There we go. I think I need a little bit of the paler one. Let's just come in just here. So basically, I'm making two inky backgrounds on one sheet of cardstock. That's the short and the long of it. So we've put this on here. So remember a few minutes back, we cut out some extra shapes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, look.
Oh, wow.
Can you see why you don't need to blend?
Yeah.
So they look quite random, but as soon as you put a shape over there, and then my green is going to come down here.
That looks amazing.
It does, doesn't it?
Mm.
So what we're going to do is, again, I would use my dotty tape pen, and I would just go across there with these, and then pop that in a nice random spot. So what I would actually do is not put my glue behind my, come on, stick down, behind my foliage at the moment. And I would not, and then here, let's put this one on. Where's my, that's right in front of me. Put this one down here and do this. Now this is the next bit, is the bit that takes the time. So luckily I've got one all sorted. But we can put that one on to the green, just there. And then you just need to trim it out. So like I say, I've not stuck the foliage down, but I've stuck that down. It's not sticking very well, might have to re-stick. But then all you need to do is go round it, and then if I take this, what I'd do is I would just literally cut it round like that. And like I said, I'm not going behind the leaves. Just, I mean, how quick is this to cut out? just round.
Yeah, I
like,
think foregoing doing the foliage makes it so much easier, doesn't it?
Yeah. We can go round there and round there like that. Now, what I would probably do is cut out some little bits of green from there to stick behind. Now, I've got one here, and these colours don't look quite as bright, but because I did them at home. Can you see what I've done is I've stuck on extra bits
clever.
of green just behind there. Now, if these get a little bit mucky, all you need to do, let's see if I had any more, I didn't have another one. You can always put another layer over the top, because sometimes I find you can sometimes smudge a little bit, but you can always put another one over the top. And the same with the foliage. I've just cut it out twice, and I've done that. Now, all the bits I've got left, I'm going to come here now, and I'm going to do two things. I've got my butterflies. It's in the bottom there. And I've also got, and I haven't got it with me, you know, we've got the, see the butterflies, I'm just going to cut them randomly.
Oh, nice.
Over the side, out of this bit. So that's why I made it a little bit bigger, so that we could then cut those out of there. We've got the Gemini mini sentiments on the show. Now, luckily, I've already cut one out. But I just wanted to show you what I've done is, because I've not got them behind here. What I've done, again, these will fit perfectly through your mini machines. I've just used that inky background that I've created, and I've cut the background out of the inky.
It's really versatile, that background, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the blue that was my matte layer, I've cut the word out. So
Perfect.
Everything is linked together. We've got a reason for everything. So just out of this background now, you can see, oops, get those off there. You can see on here, come on, find a way, there we go. Look at that, look at those butterflies. Don't they look amazing?
Really cool.
Cut out of your inky backgrounds. You see on this one's got quite a lot of yellow on it, but a little bit of pink. But you know, because my flower is the same colour, I need to just do my glue again, because that's not stuck down. But can you see, because it's out of the same background, they match absolutely perfectly. So I'm going to use these ones just because they are done at the same time. My card base is here, and we're nearly there. So all I'm going to do, let's grab some 3D glue, I think. We're going to take our 3D glue, and we're going to put a bit of 3D glue behind here, and we're going to pop that on. Let's try and do it fairly central and there. Then I'm going to take the foliage, and we're going to come one just there we go. Oh, I like it better like that, that's it. And then we're going to get the second one, and we're going to come down here like that. So it all looks like it's come out of look at that, it looks like it's come out of a single piece, doesn't it? But it's not, it's one that we've made ourselves. Oh, I need my tweezers. And then all I'm going to do is take this, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue gel behind there. You could use foam pads, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to put that just in the centre. Now, I know I use my large machine, but if you bought the MIDI, if you were new to crafting and you bought the MIDI on the deal that we've got today, everything I have done there could be done through your MIDI machine.
What
Isn't
a
that
great
lovely?
card. So cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Such a really cool concept, and very, very modern looking, maybe quite different to what a lot of people would think about doing when they saw these particular dies. I thought I was going to sneeze then, but it's fine. I was like, oh, it's going to no. Let me recap then exactly what you're getting included then. So this one here is your dainty dragonflies. They signify new beginnings. I don't know if you knew that. This one here is your magnificent butterflies. You've also got the pretty posy. Then you've got your fabulous florals, and also the blooming botanicals. $22.99 or $28.99 saves you almost £19 or $25. So a great, great saving on that. Where are the butterflies? Good question. Where are the butterflies? There they are. These ones just here. $22.99, $28.99 is your price. Just over £18 or $23 if you are a platinum member, which is wonderful. Let me remind you, Corrine just used some of it in that previous demonstration of the Knitwick, that sounds like a place, doesn't it? Knitwit card duo that we've got for you. So you'll get both the home body, which is this one here. I love this kind of pink and blue together. I think it's stunning. and you'll also get the kindly thoughts in there. 48 sheets for you, 250 GSM, 15% saving there on that. Under £20 as a platinum member is great value for nitwit quality cardstock, which is exactly what you are getting there. But we are going to go back to what I know has been so incredibly popular since it was launched yesterday, is the Frosty and Bright, the brand new Christmas Sarah signature collection. So many of you wait for the signature launches, and you collect them avidly, none more so than when we bring you our Christmas collections. I love this because it is really quite delicate for a Christmas collection. It's still got sort of traditional elements within it, but it's got this really lovely, delicate, frosty, floral theme to it. And it's in a really lovely, refined colourway too. So lots you're going to be able to do with this. Definitely, I think if you were looking to create all of your Christmas cards using one collection, create a really strong Christmas theme, then this collection could definitely do that for you. You will get 36 sheets of the 12 by 12. You will also get it resized in the 6x6 size for you there as well. So get both of those included. You're also going to receive the luxury cardstock. Now, in here you've got your glitters, and then you've also got your complimentary pearlescent card as well in double-sided within that. That will come included. The other bit that I think is really exciting is that we've released 3 brand new limited edition ink pad colours to go with this range. I know we've done this with the previous Christmas collection before. The ink pads always sell out and we don't bring them back. So a lot of you I know have chosen to multi-order on this. Is a great way to go. So you've got the frosted sea glass, the polar blue, and of course the lavender ice in there for you. Let's look at some of the other consumable elements that we've got. Oh no, oh no, no, no. I've lost my sequins. What are we going to do? Oh no, you will get sequins included. This one here is the ribbon. You will also get in here the gilding flakes. So the gilding flakes colour match beautifully to go with this collection. I reckon Tracy's stolen them, you know. I'm going to blame Tracy. You will also get the faux snow. It's a really massive bag of faux snow as well. That will come included for you. All of this is available individually should you want to order additional individual items. That's always a good way to go because obviously when it's gone when it comes to our Sarah Signature collections. We then move into your sentiment. So this is brilliant because you've got the best of both here. You've got a die cut sentiment. So the die is going to die cut Christmas for you. And then what you're also going to do is you're going to have the rest of the stamps in there for you too. This one here is the 3 edgeables all in this room. I love this because it's almost like you're getting an edgeable collection within a Sarah Signature collection. So you've got Happy Holidays, Merry and Bright, and you'll also get Happy Christmas within there too. Then we've got this one here, which is awesome, which is your beautiful baubles, as you can see just there. A lovely edgeable here with the snowflake. I know it's definitely is a snowflake edgeable. I'm actually seeing that. Imagine that cut out of something like the background that Corrine's just produced. You could actually make something look quite oriental with that, but absolutely it's going to work very well in this Christmas theme. You've then got your Christmas tree edgeable, which is brilliant. Cut it all the way out if you want to, or cut it in. So what you've got is one die down the left side, and then this die that goes around the rest of it. So it's up to you on how you want to configure that and put that together. It's giving you as many options as possible. You've got the Christmas tree foliage dies, and also the sparkling snowflakes. They're both coming in there. Then we move into our embossing folder. So this one here is your enchanted Christmas tree. Very, very refined. Very classic, that one. You will then also receive your Christmas tree frame. So this is a cut and emboss folder. You've got that die cut embedded in there, so it's going to create a beautiful frame and give you all of that wonderful die cut detail. And then what you've got in here is your resist pad, which is going to give you 12 different foiled resist techniques. And these are great because we have sometimes given you foiled pads in the past, so obviously we choose and add the colour. And that might be great because you might be one, you know, you might love all of them, but one much more so which gets used first. With this, you're adding the ink to it yourself, so you are in charge of how you colour these up, which is brilliant. We're going to have a demonstration on this in just a few minutes with the lovely Corrine. I do want to give you an opportunity, though, to check your baskets out early doors. It is very busy, especially on this. It's a massive collection for the price that you're paying. It should be £178 in the UK, £53 off of that takes it to £125 essentially. In the US, you'd be looking at well over $200, but a $70 saving brings that down to $162.95. Even with your platinum price, the platinum price is unbelievable here. Even with the platinum saving, you are still going to get free shipping and handling if you are in the US, which is brilliant, of course. You'll get free shipping on this in the UK as well. I'll give you an opportunity to check out your baskets, and then when we come back on the other side of this, we'll have a fantastic demonstration from the lovely Corrine.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafty must-haves in a flash.
Achieve crisp, precise, and perfect die cutting results every time with the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim. The idea behind the plastic shim is that it creates a thicker plate combination, offering an even more precise die cutting result with each pass. Simply pop a plastic shim between your cutting plates and then roll through your Gemini die cutting machine, and voila! An amazing precise cut every time. Plastic shims work really well with detailed or thin metal dies. So if intricate cutting is your thing, then the Gemini Accessories Plastic Shim is your best friend.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Very, very busy. Lots of comments coming in. Mary Pat says, smelly cheese, Joe. You just brought back beautiful memories of my vacation to France when 2 of my kiddos were attending university there. We enjoyed a lot of smelly cheese and baguettes and wine. I hope the baguettes and the wine weren't smelly. It was just the cheese that was smelly, but that sounds utterly delicious. Alicia says, OMG, hi Joe from Arkansas. She says, miss seeing you. Arkansas is Arkansas sweating. We're supposed to hit 100 and the heat index between 105 to 110 in some areas. Ooh,
wow, I can't even begin to work that out.
Is that like 38, 40? I believe 40, it's up around that.
Yes.
Up around that sort of mark. That is very, very warm, which is how hot it was when we were in France, to be honest. It was very hot. And on the hottest day, 43, oh my goodness.
Wow.
On the hottest day, we decided to go and walk up all the hills and look around all the little chateaux. Why is everything you want to see always at the top of a hill? It's always the way.
It's good up there.
It's always the way, it really is. Oh, a lovely church. It's on top of a hill, always. Oh, look, a gorgeous chateau on top of a hill. A lovely restaurant, also on top of a hill, always.
But not the same hill.
No, all on 3 separate hills in the same village, of course. Lynn says that I do like to do backgrounds by cutting out die cuts and stick them on randomly. It's a lovely effect. Mary Ryan is saying that's really cool. Suzanne says it's a really interesting idea. Lynn says beautiful. Beth says it's very pretty. And Irina saying beautiful too. Oh, when they were saying where are the butterflies, I thought they haven't the board. You cut the butterflies out, but you didn't stick them on.
I didn't.
You missed them. Yeah.
Silly me. I will stick that on. I will stick that on before we get to do demo of the show.
And
yes.
day. That's all going to happen today.
Yeah.
Diane says it's nice to see Joe back. Beautiful card, Corrine, as well.
Thank you.
Now I know you've basically begged, haven't you, to do this demo on this. You're like, we just have not begging, just insisting, really.
Yeah. No, I stepped my foot and said, come on, do you not know who I am? I wanted No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Right, now, I've cut a piece of card out, 9 3/4 by 7 3/4. And this is going to be a box. So we're going to use the lovely Merry and Bright sentiment, and we're going to cut into the top. So I'm going to score round at 1 1/4 inches. Now, if you use your scoreboard, this is going to be the lid. So I'm using my box lid measurements. It says box lid that way. So I'm using the measurements from this side. So 1 1/4 all the way around. Now, I haven't done my die cutting on this yet, but I've done my scoring first so that I can see exactly where, sorry, I didn't go down with the nice big ball tool. I can see exactly where I need to put the die. It just helps with the positioning, so we can then, there we go, right, okay. Might need to reinforce those again in a minute, but what we're going to do is we're going to get our Merry and Bright, and we're just going to position it equidistant along there. So let's just put that there. I'm going to get some tape because I really need to make sure this is straight. Now, if you are at all unsure, you can use the markings on your mat, so I can see that that is lined up just there. Oops, and get my card straight. There we go. It's lined up using the little gauge on here, so we can put that on there. Now that's going to be waist, so I'm taping onto the waist. Now let's make sure there's no bits on my mat. There we go, nice and clean. So we're going to cut this through. Now I'm going to do a technique that I saw Debbie Fisher do. So I'm going to bring back my scoreboard, my scoreboard, and I'm bringing back my craft knife. So I saw her do this to cut out an aperture.
Okay.
So I'd never seen it done this way before. So what's happened here is this is now cut into here, but it won't cut out the aperture, obviously, because it's just cut it into there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to work out where I want the top aperture to come to. So I want it to come down, it's here, so I want it to come down, where's that? So that's on, let's come around this way so I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. So this is on the 6 1/2. So let's come down to, let's do 5 3/4. So I'm going to take that down to there, and I'm going to come down here, and then I'm just going to drop it into that groove, and I'm going to use the groove.
That's very clever.
Box maker, and you're not going to do any harm. Now, another top tip I picked up from people is don't press and dig. Do lots of thin, light cuts.
Right.
Because you get a much crisper cut. I can show you in a minute. If I went in really hard the first time, I'd get feathering and I could get ripping.
Right.
But if I go in nice and gently, and then let's hope that fits into a groove, there it does. If I go in nice and gently, what it does is it stretches those fibres and it just cuts it really nice for me. Why am I going over there? So then I can come in, let me just then come down here. Oh, let's go that way round. There we go. And then I can take that just, there we go, down there. I can always tidy it up a little bit at the end. Because I've got a couple of feathery bits, but I can sort those out. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Let's go, let's make sure I'm on a groove, there we are. And then we can come all the way down in that groove. Look at that, perfectly matched up. Just using the groove in my board just to cut it out. And then we can just come down just like that. And that now has created, hopefully, the perfect aperture. Let's just get my scissors just there. See if I can get them just to snip. There we are. And then we can just curl those round and get rid of any little bits. There we go. And how about that? So we've got our aperture cut into there. It looks really good, doesn't it?
Absolutely
now,
brilliant.
as I said, you might need to go back in and just go over those grooves one more time for the simple fact that you've put this through your die cutting machine. So you've flattened out that emboss. The same as you would if it was what's the word I'm looking for? A die cut. So that's going to fit perfectly on there. So all I'm going to do now is turn this into a box lid. So you see what we do, we just take out that little V. Now this is just my Centura Pearl, let me get the right, fresh white. So nothing fancy, it's just my regular Centura Pearl Fresh White cardstock. And that's going to go all the way round there. Now, I've done exactly the same for the base, but you know what it's like. For the bases, we use the other side of our box maker. So, but don't put it together just yet, because it's going to be so much easier if you do all your sticking. So, I've got a little piece here. Actually, I just need to trim very slightly because I'm quite close to the edge. Let me just take a smidge off that. And then dotty tape pen can go straight over there. And like we said before, you get no gaps, no stringy bits, and that will fit perfect. So I can put that in just there. Let me just turn it over and make sure all my little bits are in the right place. Ooh, I've got the dot in my eye. Can I get that out? There we go. You can see that now. And then what I'm going to do is take my red liner, and then I can put my red liner tape on here. Now we're not doing a shaker card or anything like that. You could turn this into a shaker card quite easily, because you've got sequins, you've got faux snow, and all of those things in the collection. So if you bought the full collection, maybe consider making this into a shaker box rather. But for this occasion, we're just going to do it like this. I'm just going down into my thinner red liner just so I don't go over the edge. There we are. And then just burnish it down. There we are, there. And then you can peel all of that off. Now, it's so much easier to do this, obviously, before you make up the box, because once you made up the box, it's going to be, you're going to have to be quite, it's going to be quite a difficult process to put that on. So I can then pop that on there. There we go. So just a piece of acetate. Oh, can you imagine the new Christmas acetate?
Oh, beautiful.
I'm thinking a piece of the silver Christmas acetate behind there would look, oh sorry, let me come in there, would look amazing. Why didn't I think of that before? That would have been brilliant. There we go. We can then pop that through there. Now, before I put that together, I have just
I was just thinking, can you make like a see-through shaker? Can you like just put like acetate foam and then more acetate? So it's like a shaker, but like you can see through it.
But what I'd possibly do is somewhere just do a frame in card, because your foam's going to be visible, just to make it look a bit neater.
Okay, yeah.
So you might just want to put, like I say, a little frame or something, just to cover the foam. Yeah. But if you don't mind seeing the foam, then yeah, you could make you can make acetate-shaped card bases. So make an acetate card base, and then just attach another layer to it. Yeah, that would look
something I've seen before.
Yeah, that would look really pretty, wouldn't it?
Especially in the new Christmas acetate. Yeah, it would look lovely.
Yes. Oh, why didn't we think of that? That would be... Oh, I'm tempted now. I'm thinking I could go home and not necessarily tonight, but...
Corrie's going to go straight home, straight back into the craft room at this rate.
It'll be about 10:30 when I get home tonight, so maybe
When
not
are you
tonight.
back with us after today?
I'm down at Hobby Maker on Friday, and then I'm up here on Saturday. I'm presenting with Michelle.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
You're covering for me, aren't you? Because me and Becky Swan are going to be shaking our fail tethers.
If you've got them, shake them, Joe.
What's a fail tether? That's hilarious. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to use that. We'll be shaking our tail feathers, is what I was trying to say, not our fail tethers, at a music festival in London. So lock up your everything. We're on our way.
Yeah, could be a bit scary, couldn't it? Joe and
Fail tether.
And Becky. Yep. If you've got fail tethers to shake, then shake them, Joe.
More, yeah. Just a fail tether just sounds like some sort of rope that someone's tied around you at a party to stop you getting when you become slightly incoherent, doesn't it?
You're tethered, so you can't fail anymore.
Yeah, exactly that.
Right, so I'm going to pop that down. Then I'm going to just get my tape pen, and I'm just going to go around here. Now, we all know this is construction strength tape, so there's absolutely no problem making up your boxes. And as you all know, you get a few minutes sort of, what's the word? It's not wiggle room. You know, you can adjust it. It's adjustable tape, repositionable. That's the word I was looking for a few minutes. So, you know, after a few minutes, oh, let's actually make that one straight. It will be fixed permanently. So, yeah, don't worry about that. So we can put that on there. There we go. There's my lid. This is going to be my base. So I have another piece of that really pretty paper. Going to fold it that way, yep. So let's just come on here. Again, always easier to do this before you put it together. I love this one. This is the one I gilded earlier, just to show you. We used the gilding flakes.
Oh,
you see?
nice.
And across the feathers. And then we added the faux snow around the edges, just to show you the difference. And I also added faux snow to some of the baubles, just to show you a couple of different techniques with those paper pads. So, I mean, they look amazing, but if you want to make them even more, then you can. Let's just put that on there. And
Sharon says, never seen that done on a scoreboard. Interesting.
yeah, I picked it up. I think it was Debbie, I'm sure it was Debbie Fisher did it on a show. And when I hadn't been here very long, and I was like, that's clever.
Lots of you still chatting away. Mary Pat says, oh, Joe, I miss you. Yes, only the cheese was smelly. I am glad. Because if the baguette was smelly, all the wine was smelly. Just not edible, I'm afraid. And Janine says, Corrine has spoiled us with such wonderful projects.
Oh, thank you. That's very
lovely
kind
comment.
of you. I do try to, you know, I do put quite a bit of time into working out so that we've got, you know, we've used everything and we've got them all there. So there's going to be my box. That's going to go just in here. We can just do that. Now, I've already cut them out so I can show you. I've cut out some of the snowflakes. We've got the different colours of the blues, and we've got some of the white, the off-white. So all we're going to do is I'm going to grab my tweezers, and I also got my tacky glue, and we can then just make some lovely little snowflakes. So we're going to pop one behind here. I'm just going to go. Again, you could do it with your tape pen if you wanted to. Now, you know me, I like to go over the edges of things. So, you know, don't just try and put it on the acetate. Make sure it goes across. Now, this will take a little bit of time for the adhesive to dry because we're putting it on to acetate, which is non-porous, but it will dry and the tacky glue will hold really well, because tacky glue will hold plastic, it will hold metal. When I did the glue school, I did a whole demo on different things that you can glue with tacky glue, and it'll glue non-porous things, so don't worry about that. It'll just take an extra few minutes to dry, but if you've got the patience to leave it to dry, that will go on here, and that one will go. It will even glue down ribbons, but I do find ribbons do take a good few minutes to dry. Now, I had some pearls. Where are my pearls gone? I can't see them anywhere. We shall find those in just 1 minute. I'm going to put a little bit of tape on here. Let me just see if I can see my pearls. Ah, there they are. I knew I had them. I've got two little pearls, so I'm just going to go into the centre of my snowflakes, just like that, and my other one just in the centre of there. Like I say, they just need to dry, but how about that for a gift box? Just want to show you how
really cool that.
Beautiful is that. And that's with that sentiment cut into the aperture. Looks really, really effective.
Yeah, really cool. Just one, let's face it, you know, with the signature collections, they all work so beautifully together. One has so many different things that you are going to be able to create using this beautiful collection. Let me remind you then exactly what you are getting included. So let's start off with the paper pad, because it really does set the tone for the whole collection. You've got 36 sheets in this particular pad, 180 GSM uncoated as well, so if you want to stamp on this or ink over it, absolutely you've got the ability to be able to do that. So you're getting it there in the 12 by 12. You will also get it in the 6 by 6, of course, as well. You will get the ribbons in here included. You will get the sequins too. They've escaped me, the sequins at this point. You will also get, remember, the brand new limited edition, exclusive to this collection, ink pads included too. So you've got the Frosty Sea Glass, the Polar Blue, and the Lavender Ice. Now, everything I'm sharing with you is available individually as well. I'm obviously getting it in collection is the best way to get the best deal. But anything you want to maybe multi-order on, you could add extras of the individuals into your cart as well. You will get the gilding flakes in here. These are the colour match gold ones for this particular collection with the sponge and the adhesive. And you're also going to receive as well the faux snow. All of that is coming in there for you. That really is just the tip of the iceberg, because you will also then get, of course, all of your luxury cardstock in here. So you've got beautiful glitter. I think there's something about Christmas collections with glitter in it. It just works so well. And then all of your double-sided pearlescent cardstock is also in there. Next up then, you have all of your hardware. So you've got this beautiful sentiment collection. In here you're going to get the die cut Christmas and then all of the other stamps which you can curate your own sentiments with. It's like you've got a mini collection of edgeable dies within this Sarah signature, because you've got 3 all in the same style. So you've got Happy Holidays, Merry and Bright, and also Happy Christmas within there. But then you've got your baubles. So you've got the beautiful baubles, which are these ones here. You do get that removable outside edge. You can create a matte layer with that, which is really handy. You've also got the snowflake edgeable there. This is your Christmas tree edgeable, and again, full outside edge included, separated, so it's really up to you. You're going to get the ability to play around with how you put that together. You've got the Christmas tree foliage, the sparkling snowflake. Then we get into our embossing folder, so you've got the enchanted Christmas tree and the Christmas tree frame. And then what you've got are the resist panels as well included, and you're going to get 12 of those. A brilliant price when you consider just how much you're getting included. Everyone saves £53 or $69. But of course, if you are in Club Inspire, which pretty much all of you are, if you're not, remember you'll be able to get that platinum price for your first order, $99.99 or $130.36 would be your price here on these. Let's move on and also share with you this. It is this brand new acetate. Now, I believe it's this limited stock now, the gold and silver. It is indeed. So if you want the gold and silver, you're going to have to be really, really fast. It's a beautiful, beautiful collection. It is super thick. I mean, it's unlike any kind of acetate that I've seen before. I mean, it really is. It's like when you buy, you buy sort of see-through plastic boxes, little gift boxes and stuff. It's made out of that same kind of material, so it's very, very robust. You'll get 12 sheets in each collection, so you can go for your gold and silver, or you can go for the red and green. Designs are different on each. Lots of you choosing to multi-order on this at the moment. It's going to be something really cool that you can use for loads of different things. I think even in like home decor. Could you die cut this, do you think, Corrine?
Right, we had this conversation yesterday. Yes, if you had a really plain, straightforward nesting die. Don't try to do it with something small and intricate. You probably would have to put your metal cutting plate in as well, so that you've got something to cut against. But in theory, yes, it should cut, but it's being designed to be hand cut.
Brilliant.
That's just to say, yeah.
Really, really cool. We are going to move on, though. Lots of you still chatting about that last demonstration. Natty saying really glad they got the Frosty and Bright collection and the larger one at that. Laura says, I'm getting so many wonderful ideas. Cannot wait for my order to get here so I can start playing. What a beautiful collection. Samantha says, beautiful Christmas box. Mary Pat Linda loves the box card there as well, as is Arena and Deborah. And Suzanne Dawn says, that would be a lovely scene. Maybe some lights inside there as well. And Cheryl saying, OMG, that paper is gorgeous. It really, really is. Now, talking of gorgeous, we've got a gorgeous deal for you on this next product, because check out the saving. You're saving £35. Yeah, I know you're only spending £11. It's amazing. Or $42 is you're saving in the US. It's only coming in today at $14. Under £10 or $12 if you're a platinum member. And there's lots in here. First one here is your stamps and dies. This is your buds and blooms that you've got. Your Wreath stamp and die. Then you're also going to receive this one here. This is your Nature's Garden that you've got in here. Your Nature's, Nature's Confetti. Where did I get Nature's Garden from? What am I like? So that one is in there. You've then got your wreaths as well. And with the wreath, you've got the simple wreath and the primitive wreath in there as well. And then you've got here the Just Because. Brilliant. 11.73 or 14.18 is your price on those. Now, something else you might want to go for in conjunction with these stamps and dies is our quick dry ink pads, which I'm just going to share with you very quickly. It's a 10-piece collection that you've got here. Some really fantastic colours, some of our most popular actually in here. So you've got fuchsia, which is this one here. Then you've got baby blue. Chinese red is this one here. Lemon tonic. You've also got the parakeet in here. This one here is the seal brown. You've got pine tree. Then you've also got the smoked emerald, the plum jam, and the orange. Some really lovely, bold, vibrant, vivid colours within there. £37.59 or £56.79 if you are a platinum member. What an absolutely knockout deal, Corrine, this is on these Wreath stamps and dies.
I think we should use the Wreath and stamps and dies, and we should use some of those quick dry ink pads as well. Right, just to show, thank you so much. I really did forget. I've now just popped my little butterflies on my card to finish it off. And I think it does, doesn't it? It just finishes it off beautifully. I really like that one. That's really pretty. Oh, I had something to say. Just to let you know, yesterday when I was on with Leanne, we agreed to give away my demos that didn't go into the cards of the day. So there was a post, I put a post on last night after my shows, and it went on to my Crafter's Companion, and lots of people commented. There was dozens and dozens of comments. So they've been picked 2 at random. So Tricia Plasto, if you are watching, and Catherine Wood. So both of you commented yesterday, and you have won one of those cards. So please could you drop an email to prizes@crafterscompanion.com, and our lovely Taylor in the office is going to send them out as soon as you get them in. So there you go, down at the bottom.
Amazing.
We put it there, so you can have the cards we made yesterday.
Oh, well,
so
how glorious.
So just thought I'd let you know. So that's Tricia and Catherine. Please drop an email in to the office.
Awesome.
There we go. Right, we said we'd do it in the show. So I'm going to do the wreath. So we're going to use the primitive wreath and the Nature's Confetti. So these 2. So there we are. So we've got the wreath. So you get the wreath and the stamp. There we go. They can see how they marry up perfectly. And then in the Nature's Confetti, you get the stamps and the dies. I think they go that way. Well, they don't. They're not all in the right place, but you can see. You get the gist of it. So what I'm going to do is I've got a piece of card, just regular card. Now, everybody will. I think if you asked people this, most people, you get so many different answers as to which way round you do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to stamp.
Okay.
But it's entirely up to you. You can do it whichever way you want. So I'm going to take a couple. I've got my wreath and I've got some of my foliage. So let's just hold those down so that they don't move. And I'm going to show you how, if I was doing it, how I would do it. Now, if you want to stamp first and then go in and do your die cutting, then go for it. It's entirely, obviously, your project, you do it whichever way works for you. But this is the way that I would be doing it. So that's obviously the only way I can show you. So what I'm going to do is cut those out. And again, these are going to go through your smaller die cutting machines if you need them to. Let's move that out of the way. Give me a little bit of space. So this, my wreath is cut out beautifully. Let's poke that out of there. Now, I could just go in with that and colour that with ink if I wanted to, or I could have cut that out a coloured card. It's entirely up to you. Now, I need a few of these leaves, but I'm just going to show you on one. So I've cut it looks like a maple leaf to me, doesn't it? That's what I would guess it is. So I've got the wreath and, there we are, and we've got that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my stamping platform, and before we did this demo, I cut myself a piece of cardstock 8 inches by 8 inches. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift that up, and I've got my stick and spray, And I'm just going to lift this up and I'm just going to spray, stick and spray across there. Just give that a waft. And then once that's stuck onto there, I'm then going to pop that back down and put my magnets onto there. Now I know you can spray onto your magnetic base, but I don't like to. That's just my choice. So now I can stick these onto here. I'll get no residue onto my pieces of my die cuts, but I don't need magnets because there's no space.
Perfect.
This is what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to hold them still without using magnets. And I think, you know me, I've only just really started using my rocker blocks, but I think I'd struggle with the rocker block because you've got no chance to adjust. Maybe some people would. I'm still new on my journey with the rocker block. I've used the stamping platform for years and years and years, so this is just the way that I would do it. So now I've just got to find the way to line this up. Don't think that's quite right. This will probably be the bit that nope. There. Yes, it is. There we go. So that. Nope, that's still not lined up quite right. That looks like that bit like that bit. Why is it not lining up? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think it is.
That's only a piece of card, if not, isn't it?
Yeah, it's only a piece of card. So then we're going to get our maple leaf. And I've got one that's already done, but I'm not totally sure. I don't know if I can. Oh, I've just moved that. Let me just have one more look. So that matches there. That matches there. There, that's a good fit. I'm going to go with that. We'll see how it goes. We'll go and see how it goes. Right, so now I can pick these up with my thing. But look, they stayed just where I want them to.
Perfect.
So then I'm going to get my quick dry ink. So let's go orange on the maple leaf. Let's just go carefully on there with the orange. And then I'm going to get my seal brown. Both of these are available in that pack, if you remember. So we can then just do that. Quick dry inks, perfect for this. And we can do this onto here. And excuse me if this doesn't quite fit, because I am doubting myself, but hopefully it'll be right. Let's pop that down on there. That's gone onto there. No, I missed that completely. I thought I was. I'll show you one that's gone right. There we go. Why did this one not go right? That's how it should look.
Perfect.
But yeah, and then you've got the maple leaf just on here. So that's gone right. I don't know why that's. Couldn't see. Perhaps because I couldn't get my head over. But there you go. You'll get the gist. And all I've done here now is I've just gone in with my orange and dusted around the outside. I'll have another go with that in a bit and see if I can get a better finish. So all I want to do now this is where I do want my rocker blocks. Where are my, let's go with the little rocker block. I'm going to grab that maple leaf and I'm going to pop it onto my smallest rocker block. Hopefully that's a nice size. And I'm just going to go in with my seal brown ink. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take a square of card and we're just going to, get a piece of kitchen roll first because I'm getting mucky hands. So we can keep it as clean as possible. I'm going to put some orange ink on, so that'll be fine. I'm going to get my maple leaf and I'm just going to stamp it around there. Let me just take the ink off my rocker element. There we go. There we are. And then we can just put another one on. There we go. And another one. Make it just cleaning down my... Maybe I should have gone with a bigger rocker block, but we can make this work. Onto here. That's much better, that one. And... Now the great thing is, it's because these are quick dry inks, as soon as we've done this, it's dry.
Perfect.
So you can go there, and then let's just show you what you can do round here, round there, just taking that off. And I can do one there, that off here. And this is, you can create so many fantastic backgrounds like this. And then...
And also, you can do all this for £11.73.
I know.
Which is bonkers, isn't it?
It
really
is.
is a brilliant price. $14.18 if you're across the pond. Under £10 or $12 as a platinum member. I think if you don't own these, you definitely need to get them in your basket. They are incredibly versatile for the price.
And then I'm just going to go in with my orange on my smaller maple leaf. Let's just make sure I've taken, oops, I've just taken that off the actual stamp. And then we can come, oops, not upside down. We can then fit that one in the middle. Oh look, that's cute, isn't it? There we go. Take that one off and go around there. Once you've done that, go all the way around, and then we're just going to get our orange quick dry. Just because it's quick dry, you can still use it to blend, and then we're just going to go all the way around and just create a lovely background. And because we use the quick dry inks, you can go straight over. You don't have to wait. You see what I mean? You can go over nice and quickly, and you know it's not going to smudge. And it actually covers up my little marks that I made. There we go. So you can see what I would be doing is, let me just make sure my hands are clean before I pick up anything else. All I would be doing is, now that's, I've stamped that when I was prepping. I don't need to do that. So you've got the orange around the outside, we've got there, and then I've just got another square
Beautiful.
to go just there. So let's put those onto our card base. So just a square card base. We can do this again with here. So we can pop this, some glue on the back. There we are. That's going to go. 10-fold card. We've talked about this. Nice and secure because it's not going to topple over. There we are. That's going to go just on here. Then we've got our topper. Just nice white topper with the ink around the outside. That's going to go just there. Then I'm going to take my wreath. There we are. And then we can pop our wreath on just here, just like that. And then I've got a sentiment. I've just got my hug sentiment, which we can put on. I'm going to put that on first because that's going to help me position my wreath. So just stamp this and then fussy cut it out. I just love the colours, and led by the inks that we've got available. So let me just pick up all of these ones that I've already prepared. So we've got loads of the maple leaves even, and we can then just put them on around here. So we're not going to do a full wreath, we're going to do a sort of half wreath. What colours have I got? Brown. Let's come round here with, and again, don't put your leaves all in, let's have to go, oops, go on this way around I think actually, in the same direction. Just have them going at different angles and it will really get a fantastic effect. We can put that one on there, and I should have gone, yes, I will do that. Have conviction, Corrine, have some conviction in what you're doing. And we can then do one down there. Got a little bit of foliage that I can put in. Just, do you notice whenever I do foliage, I don't stick the whole thing down. I like to have the ends quite free flowing. I just think it looks a lot more natural. And then we can pop that one under there. Always put my foliage in at the end. But how about that, using that wreath? Now, we've done that as a maple one in the oranges and the browns, but you could go greens.
Absolutely.
You could be doing any colours you wanted. You could add in a pop of pink. We've got some gorgeous Chinese red. However you wanted to. Do it with the Chinese red and it would look more like not maple, because that's maple. I'm trying to think what it is.
I know what you mean.
The one that comes out on layers. Oh, yeah, another plant.
Poinsettia?
No,
Didn't think so. I do know there was...
it'll come to me. Acer.
Ah, there you go, Acer.
Acer, that's what I was
There we
thinking
are.
of.
I'm completely different to what I was thinking of. So I don't know what I was thinking about. Let me just recap exactly what you're getting. 86 elements within here for, yes, 1173. It is absolutely ridiculous. This one here is your buds and blooms. So you're getting the dies and the stamps in there, as you are with this one here. Nature's Confetti is this one here. Apparently, this one's Fiona's. There we are. And then what we've got here is the simple wreath. You also then have the primitive wreath, and you've got there your sentiments, which all go with that beautifully, which is really cool. It's a brilliant, brilliant deal. That one. Laura says these wreaths are fun to make, and this stamp and die selection has so many wonderful components. Lena says full of fab tricks, Corrine, so enjoyable. Panda Crafts says I always use my quick dry for my blending of the edges. Absolutely, I know that's something with what we've seen Corrine do before as well. And Mary Ryan says such pretty colours. Trisha Plasto says hi Joe and Corrine, apologies I'm watching on delay as I was a little late to the show. Just heard Corrine read my name out as a prize winner for one of the cards from the demos yesterday. Thank you so much.
Make sure you email in to prizes at Crafter's Companion, Tricia. Yes,
absolutely.
Please do.
Get that email in. Now, Hero Tool. I absolutely adore this machine, and I know you guys do too. It is, of course, the Gemini MIDI. Now, normally you buy the Gemini MIDI, you would get the MIDI, you'd get 2 of the folders and 1 of the purple shims, and you'd pay this price, $69.99, $89.95. However, get it whilst it's the Hero Tool today. Probably going to be there tomorrow still, that deal as well. And we will give you $28.96 or $38.80 worth of extras included, which is excellent because these are all. There's nothing worse, is there, Corrine, when you go to the supermarket, you go to a store, and they go, oh, if you buy a food processor, we'll give you a free gift worth £40. It's a traffic cone, and you think, gosh. Why do I want a traffic cone food processor? We haven't done that. These are all things that you'll have to come back and eventually you're going to need to replace the plastic shim. So we're including 4 of those for you in there, and we're going to include another purple shim for you, and also the bag to keep everything in as well. It's a brilliant, brilliant deal. $55.99 or $71.96. And it is powerful as well, this Corrine, isn't it?
It really is. It's a Gemini, so it's as good as any of our other Geminis. It's got the same. It's manual. It's the largest of our manual machines. Probably, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
But it's got as good mechanism inside, so it's going to cut absolutely beautifully. I did a craft along the other day, and I did all of mine on my Gemini, my larger Gemini, and Ben crafted along with me using the MIDI and did everything that I could do following what I did using the MIDI instead of the larger machine.
And also so fast as well is the thing I love
speed.
about it. Really
Quiet.
speedy. Quiet and speedy, the opposite of me. Right, very slow and very loud. This one here is, we're going to go back to, the outline die collection that you've got. This one here is your magnificent butterflies that you can see there. You will also get the dainty dragonflies. This one here is your pretty posy. You've also got the fabulous florals. You've got the blooming botanicals. And you've also got the simple sprigs here as well. An £18 or $24 saving. Love the fact that these are all disconnected as well. So you can really play around with the composition, use them as an embellishment, use multiples of them to create a larger project. You've just got so many options when it comes to these. It's been very busy on these in this show. Lots of you choosing to go for these. Not surprising when you look at the price that you have there on these. Just a really great stash builder, I'm thinking, these, Corrine.
Yes, absolutely. You're going to be able to, build it. This is what you want when you're building up your stash, is to get lots of dies quickly and cheaply, and this is really going to do it. And as we've shown you, there's so many different styles you can create with this one set of dies. So yeah, really, really useful.
Absolutely excellent. Right, which one, what would you like to share with us on these, Corrine?
Right, we're going to do, let me make sure this time I actually only cut through the right piece of card. We're going to do the outline dies. Right, I hadn't even got there. I was not quite fast enough. Right, let me find my outline dies. So I need, in my outline dies, I need not those ones. Where'd they gone? Where'd they gone? Ah, ha, 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 ha. I'm going to use, you get so many, I'm going to use the foliage from the Fabulous Florals, and I'm going to, I've got repeats here. Why? And I can't find the one that I want. Where is the one? Sorry, I was just tidying up the last one. Oh, there's one missing. I've got a repeat.
What are you after? Oh, I've only got boards, not products. So
Oh, no, I've got it there. It's there, sorry. It is all that one. That was, whew, I was thinking I hadn't got it. Right, I'm going to do it all with the Fabulous Florals. Right, so let's open that up. There we are. So I can take these out. Oh, somebody's not cleaned it up. That's not going to cut for me, is it, if I do it like that? So what I'm going to do is poke all these little bits out. Let's see if I... Come on. That's a bit sticky, so it's not coming out. I don't know. That looks like it's got double-sided adhesive on, maybe. Wow, that's sticky, sticky.
Trisha's got her email in already, don't you worry.
Good,
She says.
don't worry. Taylor will be picking it up in the morning for us, and she will sort that out for you. She's got the cards. I've left them with her.
Brilliant.
And she will do that.
And Deborah says, I've been using my MIDI all day today, making cards. So easy to use, cuts and embosses beautifully. I even take it away on trips with me.
Perfect,
Nice.
perfect. Right, so I have got my piece of cardstock. And let me just show you. So this is 5.5 by 7 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a couple of times. So I'm going to put one on. And again, quite strategically, I'm going to work out where I want them to go. So I'm going to, let's go, don't know why I turn that round. So I'm going to put my first one on. I'm going to put a second one on just sort of round here. I'm going to do that one, and then we can put those on there. Now I do need them to cut. This isn't waste card, this is actually my topper. So I do need them to stay where I put them. So I can put one, I can then put the next, and the next, and then finally, let's come in a little bit, put the final one on there. And again, this is going to go through my MIDI, it's going to go through my, now I'm not going to be able to go through my smaller ones. The actual dies themselves will go right down to your mini, but I need this larger piece of cardstock. Can you remember what I was saying? What the die cutting machine you use isn't always based on the dies, it's the cardstock that you're cutting out of. And this is actually the top of my card, so I need a A5 and upwards machine so that it will cut. So there we go. Oh, look, that's cut straight out. That's what I wanted. Let's take that. So peel that away nice and gently, because I don't want, there we go. Like I said, this is my topper as well. So there was nowhere that I could officially call waste. There we are, and then that. Now, these pieces that I've cut out, I need to keep. There we are. But I've now got apertures on here. I'm just going to grab my little sticky bit, because I can feel where the glue has stuck. So it's just a little rubber mat that then picks out or gets the adhesive off where it's stuck, because otherwise it'll stick to the mat and it will mark. I can just feel the adhesive. Really, really useful when you're die cutting. So there we go. So then I'm going to get so I've cut out so many, and I'm going to do exactly the same, just cut out another couple. So I'm going to put one down there, and I need another leaf. So let's put another leaf in just there and run that through. We can put that one through. That's going to go through like that. Now, while that's going through, I can then just poke all these little bits out. There we are, just get those bits out. You need those bits to come out. So
I've been waiting for it all afternoon, Corrine, but Beth Fralix has finally commented.
Go on.
She says, all in capitals, I'm much better now, super handsome, Joe is back, baby! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
Wow.
I'm glad you missed me, Beth. Last year, when I went, Beth had a countdown running
did
to the
she?
second. She knew how many hundreds or thousands of seconds there was until I was back from holiday. That's commitment, isn't it?
How lovely to be missed so
much. I know. Just Beth, no one else.
Just Beth, nobody else.
Yeah. Oh, Charlotte missed me as well, she said. Oh, Jamie missed me as well.
We all did.
Oh, but not you specifically.
I did too. I just didn't wash your
I'm only
towels. I
joking.
didn't miss you enough to wash your towels this time. My theory was, it was on your last day, wasn't it, when we realised I'd washed your towels? So you haven't been
well, I obviously knew. Well, I think it was us working out what towel it was. I think you just were unaware that it was a. You thought it was a. towel. It was a towel. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've not been at the house, so I thought, well, you don't need your towel washing because
No,
you've just been hanging up,
no, absolutely
gathering
not.
dust.
Unless someone else has been using it, then maybe.
Well, I hope not. Right, so I'm going to poke these ones out as well. So what I've got now is I've got my topper with some strange looking holes in. So all we need to do is poke these out of here. There we go. Come on, that last one. Did I not clean it out? Because it's not caught that last one. I should do that one in a minute. And then we can take these out. And then all you need to do, come on, don't know why I'm worrying about doing these because I'm not going to stick them all in. So I'll show you. What you're going to do is you're going to flip that over and then I'm going to pop them back in. Yeah, that goes just there. And pop those back into the little holes. That's that one. So they should all fit, there we go, perfectly back in. Now, they're not going to hold, so what I do, let me just see if I can find it, because I brought mine from home with me. There we go. I used quite a strong masking tape, but you can use a masking tape, what's it called, a washi tape.
Oh, yeah.
Or you even, like your repositionable tape, for, you know, your... that we use and the little rollers to, you know, to hold our dies down. So I just cut off little pieces and then all I do is sneeze like you did. Sorry.
Oh, that was a very dainty sneeze.
Oh, sorry. I must have...
Lady sneeze. It's such a lady sneeze. I love it.
I must have disturbed some dust when I just went running to the box to get the bits out. And then, come on, I'll put that one in right. Let's just lift that again. Let's put that back in. There you go.
Love this idea.
And then poke. So we're doing this on the back. So it really doesn't matter. So just use something that's nice and strong. I sometimes find that if you use your repositionable tape, because I'm going to lift it, it'll sometimes let go of the shapes, if that makes sense. So I just find that a really good masking tape will hold. And you can actually hold these in. It doesn't take long to put these all back in. Let me show you. So there you go. You just need to do it just like that. And then you end up, not with that bit showing, let's just put that bit down. There you go. Can you see how we've now gone from an empty shape, we put that in, and it looks really interesting. So I've done one. There you go. Let me show you on the back. You see all the little bits all caught. Now, you didn't need to see me do all of that because that does take a little bit of time. So that is my lovely layout. So I think that looks really nice. Now, I've shown you this already. If I hadn't have just done the previous demo, I would have shown you this again. So all I've done here, baby blue, fuchsia, and honey pot. And then I've just dropped little bits of water on like we did again in the craft along. So really lovely inky techniques. If I hadn't done it, I would be doing that again now, but it saves me having to do it and wait for it to dry. Card base, just a piece of card folded in half, and then we've got the Knitwits. So this is from the Knitwits Homebody. I wrote it down, it's in my scroll over there. So I'm going to pop one piece on first. I'm going to use this lovely pink because I thought that went really well with the fuchsia. And we're going to pop that on just there, nicely. Then we're going to go in with the blue because that went really well with the blue. So these are all your water reactive inks so that I could get that faux bleaching effect. And we can do this one on here.
That pearlescent card deal is along with your screen there, $24.99 or $32.99 if you want to get that today. It's the most beautiful quality, isn't it, that pearlescent card?
Now this is watercolour cardstock. Because I was doing the bleaching technique, it gives you a much, much better result. I will say don't leave it too long because this was the second one I had to do because the first one, I thought, oh, I'll leave the water on for a minute just to let it really bleach out. Then life happened and I don't know whether my husband walked into the craft room or somebody spoke to me. Something happened and I came back 15 minutes later and it had just made a splodgy mess. Yeah, it bleached far too much, so I had to start again. So, you know, don't do that. So let me just check I've got my card the right way up. Yeah. And then I've just put foam tape on the back here and I've gone over the little bits of masking tape because I find that that means it's reinforcing them. And that's going to go on there. And just look at how
Really cool.
that pops through. That's just the same as what we did before. Now, we have our shadow sentiment dies. They're not on the show today, but we have those, and I know I've got them down at Hobbymaker soon. So what I've just done is I've not created the whole shadow effect, but I've just taken the word friend, and we're going to just create a drop shadow. So I was very pleased yesterday when I asked Leanne, which way do you drop shadow? And she said, I always drop shadow to the left, and that's the way I drop shadow. And everybody I've been asking says, oh, I always drop shadow to the right. So it was nice to find somebody else.
To the left?
Always drop shadow.
Oh, so the matte layer is to the left?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? We all do it slightly differently. There we go. But now can you see blue on the top, pink on the bottom, because I've got blue on the top, pink on the bottom there. Just making sure I've gone in the same order. It's the little things, it's those little things that are going to make all of the difference. Now, when you're doing your dotty tape pen, really light, quick little taps over are going to give you the best result. Don't press too hard, just light little taps. And this is why you'll see I left this gap so that my word friend could go in there. And in this set you also get your stamps. So all I've done is stamp that out, and again I've just used a little tiny offcut of my blue, and I'm going to pop that there, going over some of the florals, and that is how I would use the outline stamps.
Brilliant, absolutely gorgeous. And I think they look so different there, using that way, than they do on the boards, and completely different to the earlier demonstration that you did with them as well. So it goes to show you just how versatile these are. This one here is your butterfly. I just read one of the comments from Beth on the iPad. I just caught that out of the corner of my eye. I will come back to that. I think I am going to get that printed out, that one, Beth. I'll come to that in a moment. Magnificent butterflies, this one here. Dainty dragonflies you're going to get. You will also receive, of course, the pretty posy, the fabulous florals, the blooming botanicals, and the simple sprigs as well. Jane Wilson comments, God say, Joe, you're looking very bronze and healthy. Your holiday has done you good. Thank you very much. And Beth says, right, even a more hunkier bronze Greek god is our super handsome, sexy Joe. Wowzers, trousers. Yes, ma'am. Oh, Beth, I love you. I really, really do. The other Beth said, it was definitely an invitation for you all to just tell me how much you've missed me, which is, it's absolutely worked. You've massaged my ego beautifully for the end of the day. Thank you so much. Samantha says, pretty colours. Linda says, lovely card. Vicky loves that last project as well. Great top tip from Pamela here as well, Corinne, who says, I found that if there's just a small area it didn't cut, mostly because of the die wasn't clean, if you take your pokey tool and use the imprinted cut line to run the pokey tool over, it will just finish the cut off for you.
Sometimes it will do that, yes.
That's a really good one. Betty Gossell's still at work. She says, shh, I'm still at work. Don't tell anyone. We won't. Your secret is safe with us, Betty. And also, Beth says, and those jeans! Exclamation mark, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji.
Got a fan there.
All in caps as well. Yes, do you like the jeans? I think it's because normally I, give you a trial. I think it's normally because I normally have my shirt untucked, don't I? That's why.
But we all know that Joe hasn't ironed his shirt. Well, you did actually, but you just creased
I did iron it. I just have a more substantial belly than before I went on holiday, so it sort of trapped the linen shirt underneath and caused a few creases. But anyway, thank you for that. Mary Rhino has just put lots of fire extinguisher emojis in the comments. There we are. Right, I'm getting a bit hot and bothered, Corinne. Should we do this vote for the card of the show?
Because we've got to squeeze in one more demo, and then we can also do the vote of the day. So I think I've got these in the right. I can't remember, but it doesn't matter as long as we remember. Number one, I'm putting down as my outline die. Was that my first demo? I can't remember.
I think it was.
I think it was. So that's my first demo. This was the second with the edgeable, word edgeables, 2. 3 was the Merry and Bright from the Frosty and Bright. 4 was our wreath stamps and dies, and 5 we managed to get back into our outline dies. So yeah, so we've powered through those and got through a lot of demos.
Amazing. Get your votes in Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion across on YouTube. Let's go and have a little look then at the Vintage Snowman collection. You guys absolutely loving this particular collection, and rightly so. It really is beautiful. It's got a very classic Christmas feel to it. It's got a sort of, and I said this earlier, but it reminds me of sort of wrapping paper from when I was a child. I'm not quite sure why, but it's really got very classic imagery within here with all of the snow man imagery that's within there. So you've got that one included as well. That is your paper pad. You are, of course, going to receive as well your luxury cardstock. Let me just take this out of here and share this with you because it is absolutely beautiful. If I can just get it the right way around, he says. Because in here, what you're going to receive, of course, that was already the right way around, double-sided cardstock. So the pearl card is double-sided, and then you've got your glitters in here as well. And I absolutely love that deep blue, really wonderful, especially with the red. It's a really, really great colour combo that you've got there. So you're getting that included, and then let's move into the rest of the collection. You then have some really beautiful stamps and dies and stamp and die collections. This one here is your Vintage Wonderland that you can see just there. A really wonderful, almost like a kind of snow globe come scene that you've got on that one. Then you've got the old Christmas tree. We also have the dashing through the snow. I really love this particular embossing part. It's almost a little bit like ostrich leather, is what it kind of reminds me of in a very abstract kind of way. You've got the wintry scene, which is your cut and emboss folder. You've got your seasonal sentiments. Lots of really lovely stamps, which are going to be brilliant for using your colouring mediums with. So that's your Winter Wonderland. Then you've got your Merry and Bright. This one here is your Christmas greetings. You've also got the Winter Blessings there. And you've got Christmas in Your Heart. And also, you're going to get the Jolly Snowman stamps and dies in there as well. $94.99 or $120.95 is your price on those. Let me just grab the everyday word edgeables. We're going to finish where we started. These are brilliant, and they are also on a great deal for you too. They are an edgeable, so it means that all of the edgeable techniques that you already know, that you're already able to really competently complete, you can do with these too. This one is on your special day. You've then got Congrats, You Did It. This one here is With All My Love. Then we've also got the Just For You, Happy Birthday, and also Special Friend in there as well. 46.76 or 53.82. I know you've got another demo to squeeze in, just
Nice.
waiting on the card of the show. So as soon as I get that through,
Okay.
Corrine, I'll let you know with your card of the day.
Okay, right, so we're going to use our On Your Special Day die. So what I've got is I've got my card base. So this is such a quick card to put together, so it's perfect for the last demo of the day. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pop it up the top, so just so that I can just double check. This is 6x6 card. Thought it was. You know, you suddenly doubt yourself. So these dies fit perfectly. You can see how that fits edge to edge. So I'm just going to drop it down a little fraction just there, and then I'm going to pop my tape on. So I'm going to pop that on my plate. Now, all of these dies are cut and embossed dies as well. Well, they are cut and embossed dies. So what that means is the first time I put it through, it's going to cut everything. But there's actually details within this die that it's got a hole, but it's not got a blade. So what we need to do is we need to run it through a second time with our rubber embossing mat. So if you put your rubber embossing mat, we need to remember to take out our metal shim, because the rubber embossing mat and the metal magnetic shim, sorry. Why am I putting that there? Don't go in together. So take the magnetic out, turn that over, and you can see on here, it's cut perfect. But just here and here, there's no embossed detail at all. As soon as I put my rubber mat on, I'm just pulling that down so I don't get the embossed mat detail on the back of my card. I'm going to pop that down like that. Now what that's going to do now is that rubber mat is underneath the cardstock, so it's going to push that cardstock as far into the die as you can. So it also means I'm going to get all rounded corners around there. That one, I think.
Number 3.
Was that 3?
I believe so. I'll get Susie to check.
I think that was.
Numero tres. There you are.
There we go. Sorry about that, but you were trying to sneak over. Now, if you look on here, you can see now where it was. It's now embossed. So before I take this out of the die, what I'm going to do is I've got a couple of daubers and a couple of inks. I'm going to keep this really, really simple. I'm going to get a dauber for my fuchsia. So this is the fuchsia. And I'm just going to come on here and I'm just going to come through the die. You're not going to do your die any harm. If you're at all worried about not being able to line it up properly, just put a piece of scrap card under. There we go, so I can see. I'm only going to get it on the bits that I want. There we go, because it is nice to put it quite strong. So I've got mine on there, so I want the centre of that flower. I want the little ribbons just down here. And I want that little swirl. And let's do this swirl just here. And I want those ribbons, so that's quite close. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to put a piece of scrappy card just there. I think that'll do, because of the speed we need. Oh, let's just come up here and do a few bits up here. There we go. So then I'm going to get another dauber, and I'm going to go in with my green. So let's come in.
May I just quickly pause you there, just to get this card of the day vote underway, Corrine. So options then for you. Number 1 from Wake Up Call, really good. It's going to be a hard choice today. 2 is the craft along that we saw earlier. I absolutely love that. It's a really cool one. Or you've got number 3 from this Creative Craving show. So 1, 2 or 3, get your votes in and we'll announce the winner at the end, well, in about 5 or 10 minutes time.
Yeah, well, I think it'd be nearer 5, don't you?
I don't know where the show's gone. The second half of this show has absolutely whizzed by.
It really has, hasn't it? So all I'm doing now is I'm just going through the remaining little holes just to make sure I've not missed any with the green. And again, I could, if I needed to, I could go over, use a piece of card. Now, you're not going to do your die any harm whatsoever by doing that. And then I can lift that off. And there you go. Look at that. Doesn't that look absolutely beautiful? Now, this hasn't cut all the way out. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and cut to there. And then I'm going to take my scissors and cut just down here, down that sort of seam and across to there. So there we go. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? And all I'm going to do in 2 minutes is wipe over my die with a wipe, and it'll be perfect. So all I need to do, and I promise you, this is nearly finished. So I'm going to take a piece of my Nitwits again. I'm going to pop the all-purpose. Now, I know we were talking about this earlier, and I know we say solvent glue shouldn't be used with coated cardstock, and this is, but I'm just putting it down. I'm trusting that I'm not going to have it oozing out the sides. It's not going to take any of the coating off the front, and it's going to be absolutely fine. It will be. If I was trying to put things on top, then it might be a different matter. I've got a piece of paper from my farmhouse, and that's going to go on the front. And all I've done is I've put wrap ribbon around and put a little bow on. I'm actually going to grab some red liner tape, I think, for this, just because it's got the ribbon. So I can put a piece of red liner just there. That's going to hold that tight. Then I can put one up there. And I can put one down here. I mean, how quick and easy is this? Minimal pieces needed to make this. I mean, this piece of the farmhouse that I've used on here is literally an offcut that you've had lying around, and I love that when you can make projects and really recycle just those little pieces that would otherwise be offcuts. There we go. Couldn't get that red liner backing off. There we are. That's going there. So that is going to just go in that gap at the bottom absolutely perfectly. And the last little bit I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a couple of little gems. I've got some lovely little places. Come on. Oh, why did that do that? There we go. We've got some flowers just up here that we can pop a couple of little gems on just there. Well, I think that's about, I don't think there's really many other places. I've got a gem there. Let's put a little gem down here. And I had a larger one, but I don't need that. That's the one for the ribbon. And how about that? That is how quickly you can put together a card with your edgeable dies. I mean, it looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Really gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful and so quick to do.
I can let you know, Corrine, I'm
Yep.
surprised. A demo of the day is number 3.
Number 3.
Your box from Wake Up Call. There
Perfect.
you are. You guys absolutely love that one. So that is today's demo of the day. Let's take a moment then just to recap these awesome word edgeables that you've got. A brilliant deal on these. I think I'm right in saying this is the best ever price that you've seen on these. $46.76 or $53.82 is that price, saving you $31.18. Or $35.88, and then platinum members, of course, you're looking at $37.41 or $43.06 there. I've got Beth is still going in the comments. I'll read you a few more before the end, Corrine.
Okay.
This one here is just on your special day. Then this one here is congrats, you did it. Again, all different designs around the different sentiments, which is amazing. Then we've got with all my love is this one here, just for you. And finally, not finally, look at me jumping the gun. You've got happy birthday and also the special friends. Love that you can cut with these, emboss with these, ink through these as well, as Corrine was saying. Beth is on a roll. Where did it go? There was a message that was. Oh, hang on, I can't find it. Right, something about me.
To delete the messages. They're getting that.
Yeah, well, Susie sends it to me, and I think she maybe thought about it and thought that it wasn't good. It was a lot. Beth was saying it's 120 degrees. It feels like 120 degrees Fahrenheit here with Joe, super handsome, sexy Joe, shaking his booty. Oh, here it is. Good Lord, it just reached 120 Fahrenheit here in South Carolina when super handsome, sexy Joe shook that amazing bum. Woohoo! Then she goes on to say, I think I am liable to spontaneously combust, is what she says. Oh, Beth. I need Beth to do my PR for me, I think. That's what I really, really do.
Wow, you would be stratospheric if she did your PR.
Mary Rhino says a lovely card, Corrine. Vicky Cook says pretty card as well. And Jane Wilson absolutely loves that card as well. A brilliant, brilliant deal there on those for you. Make sure you are snapping those up. I also need to let you know what's happening tomorrow. I am reunited with my TV wife, Debbie Fisher, for the first time. I think it's got to be like 6 weeks, you know.
Is it as long as that?
I think so. It was just after she came back from Cape Verde, so I saw her super, super briefly after that. And I haven't seen her since then, so really looking forward to that. We have Wake Up Call together tomorrow, 11 a.m. in the UK, 6 a.m. East Coast. We also have, we've also got a masterclass for you as well, which is all about home decor, and that will be coming up at 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast. And then cartload. I haven't done a cartload in, well, I haven't done any shows in ages, have I? But I haven't done a cartload in what feels like forever. There's lots of great stuff on it. It'll be myself and Deb. It'll be fast. It'll be furious. There'll be a load of great deals on there. Susie's telling me that she didn't send me all the messages from Beth as well. I think there were some that maybe were filtered out. Beth, I love you. Don't change. And you're back with a Saturday here. Is that
I am
right?
back here on Saturday, and I'm going to be over where you are, so that you can go off and shake your booty with our Becky.
Shake my fail tether.
The fail tether, that's it. You go shake your fail tether with our Becky. I want to hear all about it when I next see you.
Yes.
And I will be where you are on Saturday, and Michelle will be here.
Brilliant. Really looking forward to that. I will see you back here tomorrow with the lovely Debbie Fisher. If you are here in the UK, enjoy the rest of your evening. If you're across the pond, enjoy what is left of the rest of your day. I'll see you back here for another fun-filled, craft-delicious day tomorrow on Crafty TV. Take care.